They manipulate with kindness. Evil rarely enters your life in obvious form. It doesn't always come with rage, hatred, or open hostility. More often, it arrives with a smile. The most dangerous people are not the ones who shout or threaten. They are the ones who appear kind, understanding, and deeply interested in your well-being. Their charm feels genuine, their empathy feels real, and their presence feels safe. But behind that mask lies intention, control. Evil often uses kindness as a weapon. It's a calculated strategy designed to disarm you. When someone shows you affection, offers help, or flatters you excessively, it triggers a natural human response: trust. You begin to lower your guard, believing you've found someone who truly understands you. That's exactly what they want. They study your emotions, your weaknesses, your fears, and once they understand what makes you feel seen, they use it to influence and manipulate you. Their kindness always has strings attached. They give you just enough affection or attention to make you emotionally dependent, then subtly remind you that it can be taken away. This is how control is built, not through force, but through subtle conditioning. They make you feel special, but also slightly anxious, as if you need to earn their approval to keep their warmth. You'll notice it in small, almost invisible ways: compliments that shift into guilt, offers that come with hidden expectations, help that later turns into obligation. They create a psychological debt, making you feel that you owe them gratitude, loyalty, or forgiveness, even when their actions become questionable. This is manipulation disguised as care. A truly kind person gives freely and expects nothing in return. A manipulative one gives strategically, ensuring every gesture deepens your dependence. Their greatest power lies in the illusion of goodness. It's why so many people get trapped, because it's hard to believe that someone who seems kind could be harmful. The Stoics teach us to judge not by words or appearances, but by consistency. Observe patterns, not promises. Does their kindness remain steady when you disagree with them? Do they show empathy without needing control? Do they act with integrity when no one is watching? A Stoic heart is calm, but never blind. It understands that true goodness requires no performance. Real kindness empowers others. False kindness weakens them. Once you see this difference, manipulation loses its power. So stay aware. Don't mistake charm for character, or generosity for goodness. Evil can wear the face of empathy, but time always reveals its purpose. The key is not to become cold or suspicious, but discerning. Let your actions be guided by observation, not emotion. In a world where manipulation often hides behind kindness, awareness is your strongest armor. 2. They twist truth to serve themselves. One of the most subtle and destructive traits of an evil person is their To twist the truth, they don't just lie to hide their faults, they lie to rewrite reality itself. Their goal is not simply to deceive you, but to make you doubt your own perception of events. Over time, this psychological distortion becomes one of their most powerful tools of control. Evil people are master storytellers. They take fragments of truth and bend them until the story suits their agenda. They will deny facts that are clearly in front of them, distort timelines, and reinterpret situations to make themselves look innocent and others look guilty. The more you try to argue or prove them wrong, the deeper you fall into their trap, because they thrive on confusion. If you start defending your truth emotionally, they win. Their aim is not to find clarity, but to create chaos. This manipulation is known as gaslighting, a tactic that causes you to question your memory, your feelings, and even your sanity. They might say things like, "That never happened," or "You're overreact," until you begin to wonder if you're the problem. Over time, you lose trust in your own judgment, making you easier to control. A Stoic, however, refuses to surrender truth to emotion. Stoicism teaches that facts are firm while feelings are fleeting. When someone twists reality, do not react. Observe, detach from the emotional noise and look for evidence. What actually happened? What did you see, hear, or experience? Truth doesn't vanish because someone denies it. It remains constant, waiting for clarity to reveal it. Evil people use deception to blur your focus and weaken your confidence. But once you stop debating emotions and start anchoring yourself in logic, their power dissolves. Truth is their enemy because it cannot be bent forever. Remember, calm awareness is the antidote to manipulation. Don't try to argue with those who distort reality. Simply see them for who they are. Facts speak louder than denial, and time exposes every lie. A clear mind grounded in truth. Greatest protection against deception. 3. They feel no genuine remorse. One of the clearest signs you're dealing with a truly evil person is their inability to feel genuine remorse. When they hurt others, whether through lies, betrayal, or cruelty, they don't experience guilt in the way a normal person would. Instead, they rationalize their actions. They twist the situation until they appear justified, or worse, until you feel responsible for their behavior. To an evil person, remorse is weakness. Compassion is a flaw. They view empathy as something that makes people soft, vulnerable, and easy to control. When they cause pain, they may show momentary concern, but it's not because they care about the harm done. It's because they fear losing control. Their apologies, when they come, are carefully calculated. They are not born from sincerity, but from strategy. "I'm sorry" becomes a tool, not a truth, a way to reset the relationship, restore their image, or manipulate you into forgiveness. You'll notice this pattern. They hurt, deny, apologize, and repeat. The words may sound right, but the actions never change. That's because their goal isn't to heal, it's to maintain dominance. They want the situation resolved on their terms, without accountability. And if you point out their pattern, they'll flip the narrative, accusing you of overreacting, holding grudges, or being too sensitive. It's all part of their emotional game. A person without remorse can be disarming because they appear confident and unbothered. But beneath that calm lies emptiness, an absence of conscience. The Stoics taught that integrity is the foundation of inner peace. Without it, the soul decays. A person who cannot feel guilt or empathy may appear powerful, but their strength is hollow. They live in moral chaos, disconnected from truth, and incapable of genuine connection. As someone who values peace and self-control, your greatest defense is awareness. Don't try to teach conscience to those who lack it. Don't waste your energy expecting accountability from someone who thrives on evasion. Instead, observe their behavior for what it is, a reflection of their emptiness, not your worth. Empathy is not weakness, it is strength. To feel deeply and still choose integrity is a form of power that the manipulative mind cannot comprehend. But empathy must have boundaries. When someone repeatedly harms you without remorse, forgiveness is not healing. It becomes permission. The Stoic path teaches us that distance is wisdom. You don't need to punish them. Life will do that naturally. Their lack of conscience is its own prison, a mind forever at war with itself. Your job is to walk away with peace, not bitterness. Protect your heart, honor your values, and remember, true power lies not in revenge, but in self-respect and detachment from those who cannot feel remorse. 4. They feed on chaos and control. Evil people thrive in environments where peace is absent and emotions run high. Chaos is their oxygen. They create drama, stir conflict, and provoke reactions, not by accident but by design. The more confusion they cause, the more control they gain. When everyone around them is unbalanced, they stand in the center, pretending to be the calm voice of reason, when in truth, they are the source of the disorder. They might gossip to plant doubt, twist words to turn people against each other, or exaggerate situations to trigger emotional outbursts. Their goal isn't resolution, it's domination. They want you to lose composure, to react impulsively, and to question yourself. The moment you become emotional, they've won, because in chaos, logic fades and control shifts to whoever appears the calmest. And that's usually them. But beneath the surface, their power is fragile. It depends entirely on your participation. If you stop feeding the chaos, their influence begins to crumble. This is where the Stoic mindset becomes your greatest strength. The Stoics believe that peace of mind is achieved by mastering reaction. When someone tries to provoke you, your silence and stillness become your shield. Calmness is not weakness, it's strategy. It disarms manipulation because it denies emotional fuel. A manipulator feeds on your anger, your explanations, your need to be understood. The more you try to defend yourself, the deeper you get pulled into their game. But when you remain still, when your emotions stay grounded, they lose control. They can't argue with silence. They can't twist calm words. Your peace becomes their frustration. The Stoic approach is simple. Observe, don't absorb. When chaos surrounds you, step back, breathe, and detach. You are not obligated to respond to every accusation or engage in every argument. True strength is maintaining inner order in the face of outer disorder. Evil loses its power when you stop reacting. The calmer you are, the less control they have. Remember, peace is their enemy, and silence is their defeat. 5. They envy your peace and light. Evil minds despise what they cannot control, and nothing threatens them more than a person who is calm, confident, and self-assured. Your peace exposes their chaos. Your authenticity reveals their deceit. When you move through life with quiet confidence, those who thrive on manipulation feel powerless because their usual tactics, fear, guilt, and control, no longer work on you. They will try to disturb your calmness by mocking your beliefs, belittling your confidence, or questioning your worth. They want to pull you into their emotional storm because that's where they feel strong. But the moment you react, you give them what they want, your energy. The Stoic path teaches that strength lies not in retaliation, but in control. You don't need to argue or prove your value. Your composure speaks louder than any words. Their envy is not an insult. It's a mirror reflecting your power. They see in you the qualities they lack: self-discipline, peace, and integrity. That's why they try to break it. But light doesn't fight darkness. It simply shines, and the darkness fades. Stay centered, stay grounded, remain unprovoked, unbroken, and unshaken. Every time you choose calm over chaos, you rise above their reach. Evil cannot touch a mind anchored in peace. Your light is your strength. Protect it fiercely, and it will protect you.